All right, so welcome. Please keep your book with you, Creative Transformation book. हम पेज 8 तक पहुंच चुके थे. We have completed page 8. Let's start with page 9. More control, top of page 9. More control over your life manifests as mastery of yama and niyama. ये यम एंड नियम टर्म्स जो हैं ये आती हैं पतंजलि योग सूत्र. आई मीन आई एम श्योर अदर पीपल हैव आल्सो यूज्ड देम, बट वन एक जगह जो ये बताई गई है. देखिए, योग योग जो है उसका जो फाउंडेशनल टेक्स्ट है वो है पतंजलि योग सूत्र. तो ये पतंजलि योग सूत्र से चालू होता है ये डिस्कशन. ऋषि पतंजलि, he is called the father of yoga. He has given 8 limbs. He said that yoga requires 8 limbs. जैसे मास्टर चौहान ने 5 पिलर्स बोले हैं, उन्होंने 8 limbs बोले हैं. The first 2 limbs are yama and niyama, which are like the what master calls inner purification या character development. है ना? So ये जैसे हम 5 virtues को फॉलो करते हैं, वैसे ही देर आर 5 यम एंड 5 नियम. है ना? नियम है क्या करना है, द डूज. द यम यम जो है वो है क्या नहीं करना है. समझ रहे हैं? जैसे मास्टर बोलते हैं लविंग काइंडनेस, नॉन इंजूरियसनेस. तो नियम क्या है? लविंग काइंडनेस. एंड यम क्या है? इंजूरियसनेस. डोंट डू इंजूरियसनेस. You understand? Like he says, honesty and non-lying. तो करना क्या है? What is the niyam? Honesty, satya. Or what is the yama? Oh, sorry. Did I forget to switch on? Oh, recording is going. All right. I'm so sorry. I thought my recording on करना भूल गया. Sorry. Okay. So, it's like that. So, पतंजलि ऋषि ने क्या किया था कि इंस्टेड ऑफ 5 वर्च्यूज और हर वर्च्यू में डू एंड डोंट, उन्होंने 5 नियम और 5 यम. तो आप गूगल करेंगे तो यू कैन फाइंड देम. जो ऋषि पतंजलि ने दिए हैं वो आप पता कर सकते हैं. उनके बारे में पढ़ेंगे तो आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. अगर आपकी रुचि होगी, इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, देन वी कैन डू अ सेशन सेपरेटली on those 5 yama and 5 niyama. है ना? Now, interesting line master says, more control over your life. So what does it mean to have control over your life? क्या हम नॉर्मली सामान्य तौर पे are we not having control over our lives? So if you think about your life, you will see that to some extent you have control, to some extent you don't have control. एंड व्हेन आई से डोंट हैव कंट्रोल, हो सकता है आप सोचें कि वो जनेक को मुझे कहता है ऐसा करो इसलिए मुझे ऐसे करना पड़ता है. बट दैट इज नॉट व्हाट आई मीन. व्हाट आई मीन इज कि इन अ लॉट ऑफ situations and in a lot of things we are doing things mechanically या robotically. समझ रहे हैं आप सोच के समझ के हाँ मुझे ये करना है और इसलिए करना है, ऐसा करना है, ऐसा कई बार नहीं होता है. आप क्या करते हैं? एक आदत से मजबूर, है ना? सो यू आर नॉट रियली इन कंट्रोल. योर थॉट फॉर्म्स, योर एस्ट्रल एंड मेंटल बॉडीज में जो एनर्जीज हैं वो आपको कंट्रोल कर रही हैं. एक एक्सट्रीम केस में करूं, सम सेक्स क्राइम पर्सन, उसके सेक्स चक्रा इतना बड़ा हो गया है कि वो अब बेकाबू है उसके सामने. Similarly, somebody's basic chakra is too big, that person becomes a workaholic. What is happening? The control of that person's life is with the chakra, not with his soul. समझ रहे हैं आप? उसकी जीवात्मा में कंट्रोल नहीं है, के पास कंट्रोल नहीं है. तो अब आप सोचिए कि हाउ डू यू थिंक अबाउट योर ओन लाइफ, हाउ मच कंट्रोल यू हैव. बिकॉज ये जो यम और नियम है, इनकी वजह से, या जो हमारी वाइसेस वीकनेसेस हैं, इसकी वजह से हम जीवन का कंट्रोल खो बैठते हैं. हमारा जीवन पे कंट्रोल कमजोर हो जाता है, हमारा काबू कमजोर, आवर कंट्रोल ओवर आवर लाइफ रिड्यूसेस, इट बिकम्स वीकर. आर यू एबल टू हियर मी लाउड एंड क्लियर? आवाज साफ साफ आ रही है आपको? ओके, ऑल राइट, थैंक यू। सो अगर आप ये सोचिए, मैं ये बोलूं आपको कि आपका जीवन कितना सफल है, हाउ सक्सेसफुल इज योर लाइफ, सो देन फर्स्ट यू हैव टू थिंक व्हाट डज इट मीन, व्हाट डज सक्सेसफुल लाइफ मीन। एक सक्सेसफुल लाइफ का मतलब क्या होता है? Now, my personal definition of a successful life, and you may have a different definition. It is not how much money you have, not how much this, that you have. It is my definition of successful life is कि मैं स्वयं निर्धारित करता हूं कि मैं अपना टाइम किन चीजों पे, क्या काम करने में, किन एक्टिविटीज में स्पेंड कर रहा हूं, या मैं मजबूर हूं और मुझे even though I don't want to, I have to spend time on things that I don't want to spend time on. Are you understanding? So this is my definition of a successful life. तो मैं उस हिसाब से every day I try to look back on the day and think कि आज मेरा जीवन कितना सक्सेसफुल था। All right, let's move forward. Emotional stability and clarity are a manifestation of spiritual development. तो ये जो सब सेक्शन है ना, आप देखते हैं ये बीच बीच में अलग अलग सब सेक्शंस आते हैं। ये सब सेक्शन इज अबाउट कंट्रोल एंड रेगुलेशन ऑफ द माइंड, स्पेशली द इमोशनल एस्पेक्ट। तो ये इस सूत्र में मास्टर बता रहे हैं कि एक ऑर्डिनरी व्यक्ति की जो स्पिरिचुअल डेवलपमेंट के राह पे नहीं है, उसकी जो इमोशनल बॉडी, एक्चुअली सबकी इमोशनल बॉडी, लेकिन उसकी इमोशनल बॉडी में ये देखने को मिलता है, हमारी भी इमोशनल बॉडी इज प्रोन टू स्टॉर्म्स। उसमें तूफान आने की संभावना रहती है। दैट इज द नेचर ऑफ द इमोशनल बॉडी। आपने देखा ना, व्हेन यू आर इमोशनली अपसेट, योर माइंड रेसेस। हैव यू नोटिस दिस? वो तेजी से दौड़ता है, और वो जैसे एक ट्रेन चल रही है, वो तेजी से भागने लगता है। So if a clairvoyant at that time sees your emotional body, he will see कि उसमें एक तूफान, साइक्लोन, साइक्लोन समझते हैं आप? It is like a cyclone going on in your emotional body. And what is the problem with that? वो आपके दिमाग की सोच को बिगाड़ देता है। It prevents mental clarity. है ना? What Master is talking about clarity. Now, when he says clarity, here he is talking about mental clarity. सो मेंटल क्लैरिटी अगर होती है और इमोशंस में इंस्टेबिलिटी नहीं है, इंस्टेबिलिटी मींस फ्लक्चुएशंस नहीं है। देखिए, एक ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन, आई थिंक इफ यू अटेंडेड द सेशन यस्टरडे वी टॉक्ड अबाउट इट, एक ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन, इमोशंस आर स्विंगिंग, झूल रहे हैं बिटवीन हाइज एंड लोज, बिटवीन पॉजिटिव्स एंड नेगेटिव्स, बिटवीन खुशी और गम, कभी खुशी कभी गम, बट वो दीज आर लार्ज फ्लक्चुएशंस, extreme fluctuations. With a person who is somewhat spiritually developed, ये कम होने लगते हैं। Things are good, you are happy and cheerful. Things are not good, well, maybe it will reduce, your happiness will reduce, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं कि आप निराशा में बिल्कुल उलझ जाते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। So the opposite of emotional instability we can call, in Hindi we can say संभाव, या in English we will say serenity या mental calmness. So fluctuations कम हो गए हैं। So that is what Master is reminding us of here, कि as you will develop spiritually, other people will see, and you will see in yourself that you don't have these very very large fluctuations. You have small, ये fluctuations धीरे धीरे कम होते जाएंगे, है ना? Keep in mind, it is not immediate, it is a process, it takes time. धीरे 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 वो कम हो जाए। And this emotional stability is necessary for mental clarity. Mental clarity मतलब स्पष्ट और सही और सुलझी हुई सोच के लिए बहुत 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 आवश्यक है। I hope we are communicating. Okay, let's move on. Since when has anger been a sign of spiritual development? learn to regulate your emotions. So you see, anger is one of the more common causes of emotional instability. वो जो मैं तूफान की बात कर रहा था, साइक्लोन्स की, anger is one of the common causes of that instability. Because when we get angry, the emotional body goes into that cyclone behavior. Similarly, fear है जब डर होता है, या lust, या greed. Some of these are, what Rishi Patanjali calls klesha, poisons of the mind, or what Master Choa calls character flaws or weaknesses, or vices. So ये जो है, ये these are the most common causes of emotional stability. So Master says that if you are prone to anger, perhaps you are not as spiritually developed as you think you are. Or if you see somebody who is really getting angry, then you have to say, भाई ये हम तो मानते थे कि ये बहुत spiritually developed है, पर ये क्या वाकई इतने developed हैं? Because that person is unable to regulate his emotions. You know, if you are fond of these अपने जो scriptures की stories हैं, so a lot of times you come across a rishi and his tapasya is disturbed, so he gives a shrap. Have you come across these stories? No? He gives a curse. Lot of stories are like that. Now you have to think, well, how come this person is losing his cool so much that he is gone to cursing? And in the same era, if you look at Lord Ram or if you look at Lord Krishna, they are also provoked, but they never get angry. And that is the sign of somebody who is really, really spiritually developed. I mean, Lord Ram, it goes to war, but it is not out of anger. Lord Krishna teaches Arjun, that is the message of the Bhagavad Gita, that you have to fight. But it is not out of anger. It is not out of, desire to harm someone. No, it is because you have to do what is right. So, dharma, the practice of dharma requires in that situation to fight, to wage war. So they do that, but they are not doing it out of anger. And therefore, we call them world teachers. Yeah. All right, let's move forward. What comes out of your mouth must be holy or wholesome. What is in your mind has to be holy or wholesome. Let's read the next sutra also. If the mind is ugly, what comes out of the mouth is ugly. Regulate the internal storm. Again, Master is talking about, he's telling us emotional regulation is very, very, very important. Mental, emotional regulation बहुत बहुत जरूरी है, बहुत आवश्यक है. रेगुलेशन मतलब उस पे काबू करना, उस पे कंट्रोल करना. One Master Choa has said one very beautiful thing. What comes out of the mind and the mouth is more important than what goes in. In many cultures, they say कि जैसा खाओगे वैसा, जैसा अन्न वैसा मन, and things like that. I see some Jains in our group, so they are very strict about what you consume. Master Choa की teaching मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगती है, that what you take in, of course, it is good to be careful about that, but at the same time, you have the ability of self control, you have the ability to regulate. जो अंदर ले रहे हैं, आप मशीन नहीं है कि जैसा आपको फ्यूल मिलेगा वैसा ही आप आउटपुट देंगे. You can transform, you can transmute. Yes. And what is the method Master has given? Awareness plus will. These are the only two things you require: will power and awareness, and what we call the inner reflection firm resolution practice. Yeah. देखिए, history is full of great souls, Mahan Atma, who came out of miserable conditions. their circumstances, maybe as children they were in not very what should I say, spiritual or very healthy circumstances, and yet they overcame that. You see, हम ये मानते हैं कि बच्चे को जैसा बचपन होगा वैसा ही उसकी सोच हो जाती है, but then we have examples of great souls who were born in not very spiritual surroundings, or in fact in the opposite, but वो उसको overcome किए. Why? Will and awareness. And you know, in spiritual schools, lotus flower is given, is a very popular symbol. Have you not come across that? Here also master says golden lotus sutra. Why lotus? Because the lotus is a symbol of spiritual development. And why lotus? Why not rose? Why not lilies? Why not something else? You see, lotus grows in it can grow in very बैड वाटर, मतलब व्हाट शुड आई से, डर्टी वाटर, कीचड़, जिसको हिंदी में हम बोलते हैं कीचड़, उसमें ग्रो करके, लेकिन वो उससे बाहर निकलता है और फैलता है, एंड इट स्प्रेड्स ब्यूटी. And in Master's autobiography, I hope you are aware of Master Choa's autobiography, The Origin of Modern Pranic Healing and Arhatic Yoga. There is a beautiful chapter called Spiritual Immunization. आप उसको पढ़िए. उसमें मास्टर ने ये सब चीजों को बहुत बढ़िया से, he has explained all of this very beautifully. And one point he makes, he says, for the soul to mature, some exposure to evil is actually helpful. Are you understanding? जब तक आप, until you go to the gym and lift weights, your muscles will not develop. Similarly, for your spiritual muscles to develop, you have to fight evil. You have to be able to withstand evil or evil influences. Yeah? All right. Let's move forward. The difference between the spiritual development of an arhat and a holy master is like the difference in development between a child and an adult. Now, this is a little bit of information. देखिए, for all of us, the difference between each of us is small. Even our pranic healing instructors, so you may put your pranic healers instructors on a pedestal, but the difference, we are talking about spiritual scale, difference is not large. You see, it is something like this, that you think of a city, you are living in your city, there are different areas of the city, correct? एक शहर में अलग अलग हिस्से होते हैं, some are more posh, some are less posh. So a difference between all of us and maybe even our pranic healing instructors is that we live in different parts of the same city. But the difference between us and a fully developed arhat is like we are on earth, he is on some other planet. That is the huge difference, because it takes many lifetimes for that soul to have reached there. And then between us and the Holy Master, it is like he is on another galaxy. Are you understanding? I'm just trying to show to you how much difference there is. And if some of you have come across the exponential scale, you can just write it down, exponential, EXPONENTIAL. ये एक mathematical scale है where you measure in multiples. So somewhere I remember reading that the exponential scale really is helpful in describing spiritual progress, because from one level to another, have you heard of initiations? So between one level initiate and the next level, the difference is hundreds of times. It's not just small. You remember advanced book, around page 34, 35, Master talks about the size of the chakras for different level of development. If you don't remember, please look it up in the Advanced Pranic Healing book, page 34 or 35, something like that. All right. Okay, so our time for today is done.